Hey there, YouTube. This is T Walker, aka Tanner. I'm going to be doing a response video today that was asked by another one of my subscribers, Leftoverjedi. He asked me what rule changes I would make, or no, he asked me what feats, skills, spells, etc. I would take out change from 3.5 D&D for new players or when I ran a game. And originally I had gone through this and looked at all the spells and skills and be like, okay, let's combine those ones, let's take that one out, I don't want that. And then I realized with a group of new players, I most likely wouldn't play 3.5 D&D. And now, let me settle a few questions. I love 3.5 D&D. I have fun playing it, and I have fun GMing it, and I'm not saying that it's not good for new players. 3.5 can be an amazing, or is an amazing thing for new players. That's what I was started on. What I'm saying is that I am not comfortable with myself running 3.5 with new players. Um, I, it's very difficult for me to, I've had, like, some of the epitome of problem players in throughout the last 3 years or whatever. I've had quite possibly some of the worst players that you could possibly imagine, and Alex, he called it the Messiah complex, I think, where I want to help them for the most part, which is mind-numbing and horrible, but I do. I want to fix them if I can, because for most of them, they really enjoyed the game. They really liked it, but they weren't giving me what I needed as a GM. So that's what made me think, okay, well, they're really enjoying it. Let's help them enjoy it in a different way, because they are enjoying it. So I think I can change them. And for a lot of them, I have improved them. I mean, yeah, they still got their problems, but especially the guy or the girls and guys I play with now, they're getting they're getting good. They're getting experience. They're getting up there. So I wouldn't run 3.5 D&D for new players, and that's nothing about the system. That's about me. When I DM, I like to have things that I can use and really know, and I have a certain way that I like to GM with these horrible problem players. And now, let me say another thing. When for these new player video series, when I say new players, it's kind of misleading. I'm talking about new players that are also bad. I'm talking about bad players, immature players, players that are horrible that you want to fix. And now I say new players, maybe just my way of trying to be nice, but that's not really what I mean. I mean bad players. I mean players that are not good. So, and these can be players that are immature from players that are just downright won't say anything, to power gamers, to whatever. That's what these videos are focuses on, because most of the time those type of people are new. You can get some older ones too who are just, so stubborn they don't want to change. You get it. But anyway, so 3.5 D&D. As I was going through, and I was like, okay, I'd take out this, and I'd take out that, and I'd change this, and, I'd rewrite that rule system. Mostly because I needed to make it more comfortable for me to run it. I wouldn't be comfortable, and it's, like I said, that's a me thing, it's nothing to do with the system. We're running 3.5 D&D in order to really, help these problem players. I mean, to the best of my abilities. It would take a much better GM than I am to do that, and so I wouldn't run it. Now, if they really wanted to play it, I would run it, but I would house rule the crap out of it. Taking away a lot of the damage, actually taking away all of the damaging spells, combining many of the skills, making the skill buy system completely different, pretty much forcing people to buy what the power gamers call the crap skills. They would need to have those. Um, I would feats. I would limit down and change, and oh, it would be a very, very vast revision of the system. And like I said, that has nothing to do with how good or bad the system is. That has to do with what I feel comfortable GMing. And yeah, because with these new players, at least how I've experienced them, these bad players, there's a very solid progression that I like to go through, and it really helps me if my system is been, fine-tuned to, help me in that progression of the player. And since when I run games, I usually use my own system, I've fine-tuned it for me to do that. Not saying that it helps GMs everywhere, deal with problem players. No, it can't. It helps me deal with problem players. So I guess the real message of this video, I think it's video number 5 in the new video player series, our new player video series, is run a game that you feel comfortable running, that you like, that you feel would help you encourage role-playing, right? Because, I mean, they'll get the mechanics down eventually. That's not the problem. The problem is that they might not role-play, or they might not role-play correctly, or they might be really immature. Now, I know some people say, just kick them out. Yeah, you don't even need them. It's hard for me to do that. I mean, I want people, because even if they are being immature, even if they are, at least a lot of the ones I've experienced some who don't, who are just immature and are there to ruin the game, and they got kicked out in a heartbeat. But there are people who legitimately enjoy the game. They're just immature, and they talk at the wrong time, and they text, and they do all that crap. Now, I believe can condition that out. You can change that. At least I've changed a lot of people that, and usually if people don't want to change, they stop playing. If they keep playing and don't change, then that's when you have to have a serious talk with them. But I really do believe that for the most part, people who want to play, you can get them to play in the way that you want. So again, my suggestion is use the system you're most comfortable with, the one that you feel would produce the most role-playing, alright? And that second one is key, that would produce the most role-playing, right? Because after you've ran, maybe a campaign on this system where you're just, boom, role-playing, one after the other, that's all you're really emphasizing. Then you can switch to anything you want, because they're going to have that background, and they're going to know what you like. And they're going to be like, okay, well, even though this is a very combat, battle, tactical heavy system, I still got that background of role-playing. And so I know what to do in this system. So whether it's, 3.5 D&D, whether it's the Vampire, whether it's Mage the Awakening, whether it's Savage Worlds, whatever you want, it needs to be something that you're comfortable doing. And, that's pretty much it. Be comfortable with the game you're running. Otherwise, you're not going to help these problem players. And just a double reminder, when I say new players in this video series, I mean problem players. Alright, that is everything. I'm pretty sure this was a very rambly video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. This has been T Walker, aka Tanner, and I'm signing off.